Hi fans of high quality entertainment. We have 4 levels to go in my CD collection. So I'm starting on, well, I'm finishing M, and it goes all the way to Q. I wonder what band is under the letter Q. Hello? Where am I? Disappeared for a minute. Here we go. Continuing with M. The Moody Blues, 7th Sojourn. Excellent album. The Moody Blues, To Our Children's Children's Children. Excellent album. The Moody Blues, A Question of Balance. Excellent album. I'm gonna just keep saying Days of Future Past. Every Good Boy Deserves Favor, I think, is very underrated. And I love that album cover. On the Threshold of a Dream. Probably my favorite, In Search of the Lost Chord. And this one I've only played once. I need to play it. I'd love some Moody Blues opinions on this. The Moody Blues, Caught Live, +5. And then I still want to get Octave and maybe a couple of their other later albums. Now, these are a little mixed up, like I said. You know, there's times when my CDs get misplaced a little bit. I already talked about the Monkees, but I've got this also, original album series, besides their double disc of greatest hits. And this is excellent, and it's got bonus tracks. If you want to pause to read that. Then Van Morrison, the Authorized Bang collection, including Contractual Obligation Session, The Big Royalty Check, Ringworm, All the Bits, Blowing Your Nose, Nose in Your Blow, Go For Yourself, Wanda Danish, Chicky Coo, Goodbye George, Dum Dum George, Walk and Talk. That was his way of getting back at the record company that wanted another album. He just recorded a bunch of really stupid songs. And then, of course, my favorite. I used to have more Van Morrison, but I kind of, I just for personal reasons, I got rid of them. I sold some of them to Sam St. John, but I love Astral Weeks, so keeping that. Motorhead, Ace of Spades, deluxe version, with lots of bonus tracks, alternative versions. And then I've got Mott the Hoople, another one of these original album classic series with all those albums. I still haven't listened to these two. I don't know, I'm scared to maybe. But these 3 are excellent. And someone just asked, I think yesterday, and I think it was for the CD collection, if I have anything by this band, and yes I do. The Move, this was gifted to me, I think by Pow, I believe. And this is Message from the Country. Excellent. With Roy Wood, of course, and Jeff Lynne. And then Looking On, The Move, which is also excellent. Nazareth, very underrated band, but the only album I have of theirs is Rampant, which is my favorite. And then Nektar, a band I've really gotten into in the past year or so. Journey to the Center of the Eye. Sounds Like This, which is a double album. Recycled, which is superb. My favorite probably is Down to Earth, although it took me, I thought it was a bit too poppy. You know, there is prog in it, but it's more pop prog. But yeah, it's become my favorite. And another great one, Remember the Future. And then these were gifted to me. I can't remember everybody that's, gifted me CDs, but I thank you, as you know. And this is the band, I'm going to call them Neu. That's the way, I'm going to call them Neu. You can call them whatever you want. Everybody has to correct me in the comment section. Go away. Come back, I was just joking. So there's this one. So this is their first one, and I heard this on Spotify. I loved it right away. There's only one that I have not played. And then there's this one, which is very good. They're like a mixture of Kraftwerk and the band Can. That's how I would describe it. And this is really good too. It's 75. And this one I don't think I've played. I like how they're all just labeled the same. So yeah, this is 86. If you've heard this, let me know. Thanks. One thing I noticed when doing this, showing my CD collection, there's always, almost in every video, there's somebody saying, where's Journey? Where's Boston? It's like, they're not in my CD collection. That's where they are. Not everybody loves the same things that you love. Thank you. All right, another one of these original album series. This is Randy Newman. Big fan of his early albums, and there they are. Plus some of his later ones, including this one, Born Again. Nilsson, Son of Schmilsson, my favorite Nilsson album. And then the band, not the band, but the band, the Northern Pikes, a very underrated Canadian band. And I've met them a few times, great guys. Seen them in concert, had dinner with them, and Secrets of the Alibi. The Northern Pikes Live. Neptune. Truest Inspiration, and I'm thanked in the credits. I think at the time I was helping them out with their website. Deluxe version of Big Blue Sky. Their second latest one, Forest of Love. The Northern Pikes Hits and Assorted Secrets, 1984-1993. Yeah, they had quite a few, they're pretty well known in Canada. They had quite a few radio hits. Their biggest was She's Not Pretty. The Northern Pikes, Snow in June, my favorite studio album of theirs. And my favorite song is Snow in June. And then It's a Good Life. All right, Patti Smith Group, Wave, very good album. Radio Ethiopia, very good album. Horses, which I always tell my viewers I just can't get into, man. And my favorite, Easter. And my favorite Patti Smith group song, Easter. The Essential, Paul Revere and the Raiders. I'm waiting for the Essential Nickelback. Just joking. Yeah, great 60s band. Pear Ubi, I think that's how you pronounce it, Cloudland. For one of the album reactions on my Patreon, I had to listen to this. I was forced to, and I loved it. So thanks, pal, again. And somebody asked me just yesterday, do you have any Pink Floyd? And I said, well, just wait and you'll see. I don't have a lot, but I do have some, you know, like Pink Floyd's The Wall, I ended up selling. I just never listened to it. Not that I don't like it, but, you know, I certainly enjoyed it when it came out, but just in recent years, I would never play it. But I absolutely love Metal. A Saucer Full of Secrets. Wish You Were Here. Possibly my favorite now. The Piper at the Gates of Dawn. And of course, Dark Side of the Moon. The Dark Side of the Moon. Pretenders, one of my all-time favorite debut albums. This is the deluxe version. And then I had more albums by this band, like later albums, and I just didn't really like them. But this is good. SF Sorrow by the Pretty Things. And this is, of the albums I've heard, my favorite, Parachute. Recorded at Abbey Road Studios, and it has Beatlesque, you know, background vocals and everything on this. It's really good. What's that? Take a break? Thank you. All right, we're ready to go. Thank you for letting me have a break. So I've got quite a few albums by this band. I want to get more of them. Grand Hotel, Procol Harum, love it. Salty Dog, love it. These are all deluxe versions. Home, love it. And this is one of those bands, I knew Home. I had that on vinyl back in the early 70s, but all these other ones that I'm showing you, I never listened to the full albums until the last couple of years. Shine On Brightly, all of these are just superb albums. This is my least favorite of the ones I have. Their debut album. And the concert with the Edmonton Symphony Orchestra, Procol Harum Live, with bonus tracks. And then, ending 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the fifth level. All these albums by this band. Queen, News of the World. Sheer Heart Attack, one of my favorites. And News of the World's great too. Their debut album, I would like to get their the remix album. Their debut album, which I love. Queen 2, which I finally appreciate a lot more than I used to. Not one of my favorites, Flash Gordon. Jazz, very underrated album, possibly my favorite or second favorite Queen album. Queen the Miracle, good. A Night at the Opera, great album. Not really a big fan of Made in Heaven or Hot Space. It's okay. A Day at the Races, pretty good album. Innuendo, which might be my favorite, and includes what I feel is Queen's most underrated song, Ride the Wild Wind. A Kind of Magic, It's a Kind of Magic. The Works, those two albums are good. And then The Game, which I think is an excellent Queen album. I take another break, but I'm done until the next part. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is part 6. It gets confusing until part 7. Yeah, so I've got 3 more levels to do. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Be sure to check out my playlist. I don't know if anybody ever clicks on these. I put them at the end of the video, hoping people will watch all of my videos, just, for 24 hours straight.